Hey, Maxwell.
Yeah, what's up, Cruise Control?
Oh my God, you're not gonna believe this, dude. I think I finally met someone awesome.
Really?
Yeah, dude.
I'm so happy
dude,
for you.
No,
it's
no, no,
about
no,
time.
no. Her name, excuse me, I'm sorry, is David. And I met her on Facebook.
Yo.
And so like David was like talking about like all this shit like that we were gonna love each other, and she said like she really likes who I am and wants to come meet me, and I only had to send her like $100.
Oh, dude, I'm so happy for you. You know what? It's about time. Like I said, you've gone through a lot of jerks.
I mean, it's almost how much eHarmony costs. Anyway, it is the 30th of April, fucking 2017. This is the Nothing Sacred fucking show. I am Cruise Control,
and I'm Maxwell Silverhammer,
and we are back after it seems like a long time, man. Actually,
yeah, not really though, because we had the Fossum interview last week.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying that's why it seems like it is, but it has been about 2 weeks since the last show, I think. But it just seems like it's been a longer time than that. I don't know why.
Yeah. That was good, man. You used some of my Facebook posts for the intro.
I did. I'm trying to get more involved in your life, Max, because your life is fucking yours, man.
Hey, man, you want to hear? Should I send you a story?
No, you don't need to do that. Anyway, let's see. I wanted to start off with something just to tell you, so I can just tell you. Do you have to work tomorrow, right?
I do. Yes.
Well, I have a story to tell you. It's a very simple thing I'm going to start out with, though, is that I don't have to work until next Tuesday. So I took my vacation.
Really?
Let me tell you why I don't have to work till next Tuesday.
Okay.
I'm not working at my new place yet, but I will just say I have a new employment opportunity that I have accepted, and pretty much everything's gone through with that.
So it's going down.
So that's going to happen later on in May. Well, before I knew I had this opportunity, I wanted to make sure that I could do certain things just in case I found out information and had to leave. So at my current position, I asked my team manager, who's fucking cool as hell, and kind of leading up to this story. I asked my team manager, I said, so vacation time, do I get to get paid for that, if I leave? Because he knows I was trying to find some of the places, and I said, I'm looking. Right. I said I have something very serious that's probably going to happen. If I go, will I get paid for my vacation time? And he looked it up, and in Oregon, you don't get paid, and since it's a shitty, janky cocksucker company that just doesn't give a fuck, they're like, we don't have to pay you, so we ain't gonna.
Oh, so you don't get your vacation.
So I don't get vacation time, which would have been 37 hours worth of vacation time. So I couldn't just pack up and go. I had to know if I had to give a week notice or what I would expect. So I'm sitting there tonight. I'm thinking this, and props to my older bro. He goes, dude, that's yours. You deserve that shit, man. He goes, if you don't even try to ask or to get that time before you go, then I'm gonna be pissed off. So the next day I go, all right, well fuck it, So I'm like, I go ahead and I apply for a week. Because what happened was I found out that I got that, and it wouldn't start till late May. So I had to work. I had to work at my current place for another 3 weeks. So I'm like, fuck it, I've got fucking a week of vacation time that I fucking earned. I put my money in, didn't take vacation time during Christmas, any time at all. I'd already taken a week earlier in the year, but I still had that time, and I was not going to get it, and I would lose it. Now, I would have lost it before July 1st anyway, so I'm like, fuck it. So I go and I apply for vacation time. My boss sends me a message the next day and laughs. He goes, you're too funny. Going to take your vacation and quit? And I'm like, hey, you got to do what you got to do. And he goes, I'm not mad at you. I'm laughing my butt off over here. And I go, okay.
That's awesome.
So basically, I got approved for it. So I'm off for the next 8 fucking days, which is great. So I was worked yesterday. I'm off until next Tuesday. I'm gonna go back next Tuesday and be like, well, sorry, buddy, I'm leaving. So I'm gonna work 1 more week, and then I'm gonna take another week off. And it looks like I think so. I mean, depending on whether I might have to work that next week. We'll see what's going on, depending on whether I get a bonus or not. So we'll see what happens. It might be
a little bit,
Yeah, so we'll see. But that's what I'm saying. So I'll take this week off because I don't know when I'm going to get a break. So I've got this week off. I'm on my vacation, my staycation, another staycation. I'm not doing shit, man. Dude. Unless you want to, you should fucking come out, man. Spend the $400 on a ticket to come out, man. Come out and hang out in Oregon,
actually,
man.
Well, shit, with Allegiant, it's pretty cheap.
Not right now.
No,
nah, man. It's like $300. I was thinking, fuck it, I might go out to Vegas for a couple of days. Nope, not happening. But anyways, I get my new stuff. But so I get here's the cool thing. This is why I'm in a good mood. I'm not, and this is not an irky episode for me at all. I feel great. Life is good. I got a new opportunity coming away. It's gonna be a lot easier. Work at the same place as my brother, which will be interesting. So that'll be interesting. And I'm working a total of 10 days in May. So most likely I may work 15. But half the month I'm gonna be just chilling. So at least for the next 8 days.
Fuck, dude. Yeah. That's too bad because it's too expensive to come down here, man.
Yeah, it sucks,
Otherwise,
man.
it would be kind of...
It would be cool, but I looked up for all of May, and it's like $170 per ticket, so per way, one way each. So like $350 for a round trip, which is like, nah, not happening.
Spread them butt cheeks. Shit, for that price, you must take Southwest. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So
I have another story. I'm going to tell my stories first because I want to. Man. So go fuck yourself. If you don't like it, I can just turn this shit off, and you can go. I'll just do my shit. I'll silence your ass, man, because I got the power here.
Yeah, I know.
And I'm going to start exerting. That's my new motto. I am cruise control, so I'm going to start controlling some shit, man.
Oh, hey, dude! Control. Now you're reminding me of the other person I used to do the show with.
Yeah, well, that's going to happen, man. It's going to happen more often. I think she was the best thing that ever happened to you.
Oh yeah!
Yeah.
Oh God! I must have had a horrible life.
Of course you did. You're blind. So of course you don't know your life is horrible because you think it's normal, but it's awful. I mean, ask anyone else. Nice. But anyway, I had an observation here.
Okay.
So I'm going. I have to go fill out this form at the university. I got lucky. I got lucky, dude.
Okay.
Because what happened was the other place that it could give me the I-9 form. It's basically a form I have to fill out. I have to go down there and fill out a bunch
for your
of
taxes.
Taxes and just proof of citizenship, that kind of stuff. Especially since I'm working, I have to go down in person to do this and get my ID and stuff. Okay. And so I'm lucky because it was supposed to be, or I thought it was going to be 100 miles away, and I had to get a ride, like some kind of ride down there for like a 20-minute thing. But I got lucky because it's about 2.5 3 mile walk, or
Oh shit! Okay, so that's cool.
It's about a 3 mile walk. I'm like, hey, 3 miles, 6 miles total. It'll be a nice walk, right? Mm-hmm. Nice walk. It'll be easy because it's just a fucking walk. Well, that's the one thing. And this is partly going back to age and thinking about your age and shit and how different life is. I'm walking, so I'm starting walking and my fucking feet start hurting and my legs start getting all heavy and I'm like, what the fuck? So I'm like, because I'm like, it's 6 miles used to be nothing. At least I thought it was.
Right?
Nothing.
Yeah.
Well, I was fucking hurting for 2 days afterwards. Anyway. So that's part of it. So I'm sitting there walking, goddamn. So, but the thing is, it was on campus at U of O, basically.
Okay.
So it's on campus there. So I get to walk near the campus. I'm just noticing fucking things about current generation college kids, right?
Oh, but this stage of college kids versus when we were in college.
Well, the difference between how I am now. Like, first of all, eye contact is just not happening much, Huh. Which is one thing you might not, but like they shy.
I'd never picked up on that.
Yeah, but shying away and just like being kind of afraid of of walking. I don't know. It just seems like there's a social kind of fear, like a more jittery fear, because I think kids aren't used to actually having to deal with people anymore.
Oh, that's true. It's kind of it's more of a cocoon now, huh?
And I'm talking about just because they don't have to deal with people in general, because they can stare at their screens and deal with them through their computers and not actually deal with them.
Right.
So I was walking by this and I smiled and she looked away and then she I was like, it wasn't like anything like, hey, just smile.
Well, you are older too, man. So
no. It wasn't even like a smile like, hey. It was just like, hey, because I said, excuse me, I was walking around and so I smiled, just being polite. And it's just weird, like offensive, like, it's like, probably part of it's because I'm old, and she's young.
Yeah.
But,
Definitely.
But I just don't get. It just doesn't seem like there's as much openness like that. Normally that would, and you'll be like, hey, okay, like, hey, how you doing? Nothing like. I just noticed it throughout the whole time. Like people walk how they were walking, just very like solitary. If that made any sense.
Evasive, almost.
Yeah,
like,
yeah, and quiet, and like fucking teenagers, and quiet. Like, they don't know how to speak.
Like how do they interact with each other, man? Did you ever watch any interactions? I
don't know. It was okay.
Really?
It was just like kind of mumbly, like. And I noticed that with a lot of teenagers these days. A lot of teenagers these days are extremely like just mumbly, and they barely even speak. They have no fucking projection to their voices. Like, how you doing? I'm fine. I'm good. Fucking speak up, cocksucker. You're not in the fucking library.
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah, exactly.
God damn.
Wow.
So, but it was
Damn.
weird. It just reiterated like first of all, because I was walking, I was like, God damn, my back is hurting and shit. And I'm walking by these young people who are fucking all weird and looking at me all strange because I'm wearing a fucking hoodie and a hat and all fucked up.
See, like when I used to go to the college campus, even when I got older, the kids would at least call me sir or something, oh, I got the door for you, sir, or something, But now it doesn't even seem like you get that anymore, huh?
No, man. They're all, it's so preoccupied is the word too. Evasive, preoccupied, and cocooned, but not cocooned. Evasive, preoccupied, and inward, like drawn inward. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about, like that. Like,
yeah. It's almost like
self-involved. Yeah, self-involved, like, fucking preoccupied, and yeah. So it's just weird, like walking down there and walking around. I got handed a pamphlet about some stupid shit about people. If you need help, then you can just reach out to people. And I was like, what the
like if you're suicidal and want to
something. I should probably find it and read that shit. Hold on 1 second here.
You still have it?
I believe I do. I believe it's in the pocket of my fucking jacket. Hold on.
Okay. Well, of course your ass still has it because you're a messy fucker and you bring shit home.
What are you talking about, dude?
Throw it on your floor. It's probably on your floor underneath your jeans, dude.
What?
Yeah.
I am offended by this.
Find your jeans from 6 weeks ago and see if it's under there.
Okay, so here I want to read this here. So this is what I got from this. Have you got one yet? I'm like, no. I was just walking by this park area. A letter for you. Hey, fellow human. Of course, you don't know me, and it's a little weird getting a letter from some random person. But life is weird, so roll with it. Because whoever I am, I have something really cool to tell you, and it's this. You are a one-of-a-kind masterpiece.
God.
Totally unique.
Snowflake you.
Totally unique. Yeah, this is all this self-pampering. And this means that you can impact the world like nobody else can. Whatever pain you've gone through, whatever violations of your person you've endured, your hurts don't define you. You are special beyond all of that. And your life has huge meaning and profound significance. Oh. There are people you can touch like nobody else can. I'm sure there are. This big old broken world await, and it's big old. This big old OL apostrophe. This big old broken world awaits your special way of loving others. Wait, let's read these last people.
God.
Wait. Let's read these last two sentences back to back. Okay. There are people you can touch like nobody else can. This big old broken world awaits your special way of loving others. Okay, I wonder what that means. Okay,
your special way that these people don't know you at all, but they know you have this special.
I'm thinking about child. I'm being sick, dude. There are people you can touch like nobody else can. The big old broken world awaits your special way of loving others.
Well, at a college campus, so it's like you can touch some. That's why I came here, to go touch some people.
Take a look. Here we go. The big old broken world awaits your special way of loving others. Take a look around you, and you will see people nobody else sees. Lonely people, wounded people, people on the edge, about to give up. There are so many violators in the world. What the world desperately needs is more lovers, more people who bring healing and hope. May you use all your beautiful uniqueness to be one of those people. Much love, someone who cares.
Is there a phone number?
No.
Like,
no, it's just a fucking letter to shit.
Like, in case you're in need of some pick-me-up, this is what you can read to know.
Oh, wait, here it is. It is solidaritywall.org. The Solidarity Project. Hold on, I gotta fucking do some.
Man, let's check it out.
Solidaritywall.org.
Oh shit!
This
Solidarity Wall.
See, this is the kind of stuff that actually comes out of nowhere because I was not expecting. I forgot about this, and then when I talked about that, I realized I got this. Like, I have to read this, and now it brings. This is what happens with life, man. This is life.
You know what? You're touching people in your very special way.
Oh, yep. Here it is, dude.
What does it
The
say?
Solidarity Project. Oh, this is gonna make you laugh. The Solidarity Project is an effort to bring awareness to the issue of sexual violence on campus and to bring healing to survivors. Let me see. Here, okay, this is gonna be interesting to see. To project description. Let's see here. The Solidarity Wall is an artistic social justice project designed to give a voice to students regarding the epidemic of on-campus sexual assault. There is no epidemic of on-campus sexual assault. That's not proven. There's no fucking epidemic. It provides students with a tangible, open, and beautiful way to express compassion to victims of sexual assault and outrage against perpetrators. The genius of the wall is that it brings the ugly topic of sexual assault out of the dark into the light of open conversation, arousing our collective consciousness regarding this horrific injustice, and thus preventing some assault from occurring. And it's funny that the note sounds pedophilic. The note sounds creepy.
Well, here's the thing. This is interesting. One thing I do give them props on is you are a guy. You figure they would have just passed you over? You know what I mean? Like, oh, he doesn't. Yeah, nah, he doesn't need.
Oh no, they want me to be an ally. They want me to be someone who's going to grovel about how awful it is to be male. Because let's see, the resulting of the executing the project is simple, powerful, and attractive. A wall is built in a high traffic area on campus. The surface is a dark graphite color. A nicely designed and sealed solidarity letter is circulated on campus with an invitation to visit the Solidarity Wall and write a message of encouragement to victims or a message of outrage against violators.
Oh, shit.
The wall gradually becomes a work of collective human art, completely covered with powerful words of free speech as a monument to our solidarity with the assaulted. But, God, this is so fucking weird, dude.
Well, that's how these people are, man. Everybody's a little snowflake-a-tin, you know, and their words and it's their art, you know.
I wonder. I'd love to be able to see if they actually talk about unwanted envelopment, which is basically a woman drugging a man and then fucking him, or unwanted female on male sexual intercourse, which happens a lot more than people would think it does.
Of course,
because a lot of guys don't want to, but they're pressured into because if you don't fuck a girl when she gives you the chance, then you're a fucking loser.
Oh, nigga, you're you're giving me some transition-a-tin material here,
all right,
man.
so let's go ahead and transit. Uh-oh.
Well, I got two blindo stories, and one is kind of like the one what you were just saying. And I was at this Toastmaster party. By the way, I'm gonna tell you later why they're kind of getting on my fucking nerves too, man. This Toastmaster group. But anyway, all right, so I went to this Toastmaster party, and there's this one chick. It's funny, dude. A lot of those people there, they try to be so worldly. Like this one chick, when I walked in, who I know from the group, obviously, and I brought a beer. I had a steel, dude. I wasn't fucking around.
Oh, you brought a steel reserve to a
hell
meeting?
Yeah, I came
to a meeting?
Because it was bring your own beer.
Oh,
it was
wow.
It was a party.
And
it was a social party.
Wow, and you went straight for I'm just gonna fucking be who I can be, dude, with a steel.
Oh, fuck yeah, hell yeah, dude! I came in with two cans of Steel Reserve is what I had.
Holy shit, man, that is some brave shit, dude. And with all those professional executives, like, because a lot of those fucking Toastmaster people, don't they they have like jobs as accountants and shit and.
Yeah, a lot of them are, they're accountants.
You're not seeing like Billy Bob, the fucking, the roofer out there going, God damn it, I'm going to do myself some fucking do. No,
not really. But, a lot of them work for kind of scummy companies, dude. Like this one chick works for this home warranty company, and another one works for some other shit, dude. It's like a sales. Actually, the chick that drove me to the party she works for like... like the show tours, the ones that, the people that go on, hey, you want to go on a tour? You want to go on a, spend some money, like when they hit you up at the hotels and shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You want to go traveling. So anyway, but yeah, you're right, dude. A lot of them, they try to be in, they talk about how
they probably have like fucking Heineken or fucking Stella beer or some shit like that they brought, right? Or they brought beers, probably a light.
This one particular chick that I'm going to tell you about, she's like, oh, I brought champagne. I'm drinking champagne. I don't drink beer. And I'm like, oh, okay, you're fucking, Oh, and she has this fake ass English accent. That's another thing that's starting to fucking annoy me, dude. The fake ass English accent. when Americans think like, oh, it's so much more proper to talk like this because it makes you fucking, makes you seem educated.
So you're sitting there sipping on a steel while she's drinking champagne? The name of a song.
Well, later,
sipping on a steel while she's drinking champagne on the man. Okay.
Yeah. Well, so later we're outside, and so a few of us are out there, and somehow we got talking about sex. And so Miss English fucking hosh posh bitch starts saying, she said something about, oh, well, if I were with you sexually, I would, first of all, do you want to feel my face? And I'm like, oh, fuck, here we go.
She was getting drunk, wasn't she?
Oh, she was fucked. Yeah, she was drunk. She was pretty
champagne,
smashed.
Dude. How fucking fun.
Yeah, I get drunk off champagne. So she takes my hand, dude, and she's like putting it on her face. Then, dude, she has me feel her titties, and she's like, "Oh yeah, can you guess what size a cup I am?" And I'm like, "I don't know, of a B or a C or something." And so the other guys are standing there and they're watching this,
and they're laughing, right? Or not? Are they just like?
Well, they're kind of like, "Oh shit." Like, oh, dude, you're a lucky guy, man. Ugh.
Yeah, and you're like, wow.
Yeah, well, then, here's the best part. She says, if I were with you sexually, I'd want to be blindfolded because then that way I could experience what you're experiencing. And I'm like, no, you couldn't, because you can always take the blindfold off, for one. And number two, it's a totally different experience because, I've been blind all my life.
Wow. And were the other guys there just like, oh, God, dude, what the...
Well, actually, no, dude. This is kind of like what you said with the guys, because I was kind of shooting down her bullshit. I was like, no, actually, you could always take that blindfold off and it wouldn't be the same. And the one dude was like, man, dude, you might have a chance, man. And I heard one of the other dudes like whisper to him something about, oh, he's a dumbass, or he doesn't know what he's talking about, or he doesn't know what he's missing. Some shit like that, dude. So they were almost trying to clown me for being, because they're a bunch of dickless Nicholas ass niggas.
And of course, maybe she was attracted. Was she thin, or?
Fairly thin, yeah, she was fairly thin. Yeah,
boobs feel firm.
So the tits were okay, yeah, they were all right. But like I said, dude, that fake ass English accent's got to go, man.
Well, that's the thing, and they don't know how. But to their minds, of course, I'm not saying they're right because they're not. I mean, that's completely unattractive, anyways. However, she was acting. Like, first of all, the idea she would never have, and this is what people don't get either. Like, oh, you got to feel her tits, but she would never let any other man in that fucking room do exactly what she let you do.
Exactly.
And so it's a big, okay, so you're going to treat me like this, and you expect me to like really want to be into you when you're going to treat me completely different? What you should have done when I grabbed your tits is smack me in the face and told me to get your fucking hands off me.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? That as you would with any other man, but me, you don't think of me as a man. You don't think of me as a normal man. You think of me as some kind of oddity.
Like, he's got no sex drive. He's not going to do anything.
Or, oh, you just want to feel my titties? Yeah, I'm getting. Or hey, I'm making this guy lucky. I'm this guy. And you're like, oh, they're about B or C, and she'd probably be like, she probably says, you go, whoa, they're awesome. First of all, did she grab your hands and put them on your chest? On her chest?
Yeah.
That's fucking, that could be considered sexual fucking harassment. By her.
Like if I put her hand on my dick?
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Or if you put if you put your hands on grab your hands and put them on your chest. What are you doing? It would have been the thing. Exactly. So first of all, her grabbing your hands and you not knowing where she's grabbing him, just grabbing him and pulling him for you, is a fucking violation on your end. And I'm not saying you would go and do anything crazy, but it really is. If you thought about it in any other way, a situation, it would be considered a violation. But she's a girl, and you're lucky. You get to, and you expect, because I would have pulled my hands, like, what the fuck are you doing? I don't want to touch your titties. Not saying I do want to touch. I mean, hey, maybe I do, but not in this situation. I want to touch your titties when you're pulling your fucking shirt off over your head while you're riding my fucking cock. Not while,
when it's real.
I want to fucking when it's real. Well, I don't, I'm just going to let you touch my titties so you can feel, ooh, I touched a girl's titties. What the fuck?
Yeah, like she probably thinks I'm going to go home and jack off over it. Like, ooh, that was the best thing
really, it probably made you feel really uncomfortable, is what it probably did.
It did. Oh, fuck yeah, dude.
And you were probably buzzed a little bit, so that like kind of took away some of it. But you probably had that weird like. You ever have that experience where or especially when you're buzzed?
That's a real buzz feeling.
When you're buzzed,
like, oh, shit.
You're like whoa, and you look back and realize, hey, that made me uncomfortable.
Right, that's kind of what happened. But that's why the next day I posted about it.
Yeah, at the same time, so she feel her face and her titties.
Right. Yep. She was like, "Oh yeah, here, feel it," and she's like moving my hand around on
and
her
she's
face.
Like, and she expected you to go, "Hey, well, if you want to have sex, we can go ahead and do it." You know, like, hey, but you were like, "No, not interested." No,
totally not. And that's, but the guys just couldn't get that, dude. They were just like, "Dude, what are you doing, man? You know, you got to start." Like one guy actually, this was a dumb comment, dude. He said something like, "Man, sometimes, man, you got to, start thinking." How did he put it? He said something like, he said, "You got to stop thinking with your dick," or something like that, or something. In other words, like I'm a dummy. Like, you're not getting this.
Yeah, well, you're not. Stop. I don't understand why it was your problem anyways. If she grabbed your hands and put them on her chest.
Right. Exactly.
Like
well, he was.
Yeah.
He was making fun of me because I wasn't taking her advance. That's why. Like, what, man? What? No girl would let me do that. It's like, yeah, because they think of you as a man. That's
and you're a threat to them. So as a normal human being, while you are not a threat to her, and that is actually an insult in a way.
Fuck yeah! Oh, totally.
You should have grabbed her titties and fucking squeezed her and just like grabbed her nipples and like twisted like, raw! Oh! Grip. It's like, what the fuck? Like, I'm sorry, that's what I do when I grab breasts. You didn't know. Well, I didn't know you were gonna take your hands and have me grab your titties. But that's what I do when I grab. I just instinctively reach and grip like a fucking cat climbing a curtain, man. Just,
dig my nails in and everything.
Rip her titties off, dude. You just rip them off her. Raw. Pull off her
what if they
titties.
did come off? Then they'd be fake. I'd be like, "Oh, bitch, you got some fake titties."
She's all fucking spurting blood from her chest, from her fucking. You're holding her nipples in your hands, like ha ha ha. You start chewing on her nipple like gum.
And then I slap her with it.
You slap her
nipple.
You smack on her forehead, and call her an Indian.
Yeah. So the guys didn't get this, dude. They were totally, just and see, this is the kind of leading up to my thing with the Toastmasters, dude. A lot of them and a lot of the shit in Toastmasters is the same stuff that turned me off about the improv group, man.
Mm-hmm.
The same, blindo or lack of knowledge, but yet they try to claim that they're so worldly, like, "Oh yes, I was in Europe and I did this and I've traveled the world," and but yet you can't even deal with a blind person. You have no fucking clue. So that you're not necessarily very worldly. You're showing your unworldliness right there.
Mm-hmm.
And not only that, but I've also noticed too. Like, remember the speech that I wrote?
Yeah.
And remember how my mentor was saying, "Well, you got to make it nicer and make the tone a little nicer and tell them what they do well and all this kind of shit." And well, now, dude, I see why she said that shit, because a lot of them in there, they're really not good with criticism either, or being told that they did something wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Like the other day we had a meeting, one of our meetings, and people get roles in the meeting. So this woman was supposed to be the grammarian. So the grammarian's role is to, number one, ding people for, bad grammar, obviously, and also come up with the word of the day and count how many times, and who used the word of the day. So instead, this bitch gets up and gives like a whole synopsis of the meeting, which is actually the role of the general evaluator. That's not her. This isn't the grammarian's thing to do.
Mm-hmm.
So, but she does that, and everybody starts, "Oh, that was a great grammarian report. That was really good." And I'm thinking, "Oh, that shit was not really fucking good." She fucked up. So it's kind of the same thing with like improv. How, remember John used to put like people who fucking didn't know how to play the games in
Mm-hmm.
shows and shit like that.
Well, they had to, because that's part of the thing. And the thing about John's group is that, they paid. So that's when you pay, you got a right to something. Duh! That's why I'm not dealing with money at all, man, dude, at all.
I don't know, man. I think if you suck ball bag, you shouldn't be in shows, man. I mean, isn't the whole idea, to try to...
Not in that group. I think that because that group's about being in shows. So you can perform. That was a big thing. If you're in this group, you get to perform, So that's and that's what you paid for, is the ability to perform, because and I'm yeah. So
see, I was surprised when I was new to the group. Like my first 2 weeks there, he was like, "Yeah, we're gonna put you in the show." I was like, "Damn, am I that good?" But then later I saw that that's what he did for everybody.
Yeah, but you also were probably better, more comfortable. Obviously, that definitely had something to do with it, I think.
Yeah.
But yeah, so here's the thing: the more I hear about Toastmasters, the more it's just a fucking annoying, dude. Because it's about criticism but the criticism is all linked to shit Good
And
speeches,
it's soft criticism, you know. It's like not real criticism. You know?
good speeches are a lot of times do have grammatical errors, and they do have different cadences and different styles. A good speech is good because of the cadence of the voice, the rhythm of of what you're saying. It just seems like it's just people getting together, almost just like improv in a way, getting together and then going, "Why you didn't justify, you didn't yes and no, you took your own thing and didn't use my idea in the scene." You know, that it's like taking an art form or taking something and getting into it, like a speech or improv, and then trying to fuck with it because you suck at it, so you want to make yourself look better at it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, and that's the other thing. Somebody that same night got up and actually gave a really shitty speech, I thought. You know, it wasn't persuasive at all. It was supposed to be a persuasive speech. And you know me, when I'm an evaluator for someone's speech, you know, when I take that role and I evaluate somebody, I'm honest with them, dude. I mean, I'll be brutally honest. Like, you were too quiet. You didn't project. You didn't do this.
Were you the evaluator?
No. I wish I was an evaluator for this dude's speech, because I would have told him the truth. But instead, the person who evaluated him was like, "Hey, man, yeah, you know, you almost had me sold, man. I would have gone for what you were selling there. I would have." And I'm like, "Fuck, dude, this guy sucked." You know, so it's too much.
Corp.
Too
it's
much coddling,
dude.
man.
It's corp. Is what it is. All those people belong to corps. They probably work at corps and are just corped out. And it's a corp Toastmasters. Oh, that's why I never got into it, because they were all in their suits after a long day of their corp, and then they did more corp. They turned speeches, which can be beautiful fucking things, really intense things, into fucking corp, dude. Oh, here's your checklist. Here's your speech. Your speech was good, except you had to change this line and this line and this line. Well, then it's not my speech anymore. Wow.
Yeah, that kind of bull. Well, you have a mentor. You know, this is your. That's why I'm very careful as to what I share with my mentor. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. And then
I see that now.
How much more do you have to go on this? I mean, you're going to keep going, or?
Here's the deal, man. I just renewed my dues like about a month ago.
For how many months?
And it's 6 months, so I think in August or September I'm done. So I don't think I'm going to renew.
That might be the new Maxwell fucking learning lesson of the year, dude. Of like the last 12 months, dude. Don't do long fucking subscription shit, because then you feel like you have to fucking go in.
Yeah, but then you're stuck, and then you're like, oh shit, I don't want to be here.
Yeah, because now it's like, well, I've already paid for it, so I have to go. So now you're gonna go to this thing that you barely even like, and you get more annoyed. You're not gonna get less annoyed, because you got more. Well, actually, even a couple months ago, I don't know, you renewed. You're like, oh, all right, I don't want to renew, and now you're
okay. There are some redeeming things about it, though. You know what I'm saying? That there are some fun, like the party last weekend, minus the dumb bitch, was actually pretty fun, man. We did bedroom topics, and we really got dirty with it, you know. So that was cool. And you know, there are some cool moments in there, man. But nothing that I would, you know, I couldn't justify paying.
It's like with improv. There's a lot of cool in the improv. A lot of cool stuff going on there. Cool people. Shows are cool. But the balance out, it doesn't seem like to me it's balancing out into a favorable balance for you. Like
right. The bad outweighs the good.
Like you'll get through the next 6 months, but when renewed time comes up, unless something drastically changes, probably.
And plus, I haven't been going as much as I used to. Remember when I first started, I was pretty much going every week. And let's see, I'm going this week, but then next week I've been wanting to go to this Las Vegas podcasters group. I think I told you about that. Yeah, that
seems more like a better group than yours, you know.
Yeah, I want to check it out, man. See there's probably gonna be some weird fuckers there, you know. But I'm down for it, you know. I want to check it out and see what's up with it. So I'm definitely gonna go to that. And then, you know, like I was in Carson City a few weeks ago, so I haven't. And then like last week I didn't go because I did something else with somebody. So yeah, man, it's one of those things where I'm like, I'm just gonna. It's like a prison sentence. I'm serving my time, and then I'm done.
Yeah, and you can get some observations, have a little bit more fun, as much as you want out of it. So, and by the way, let's give a little update on your fucking fattiness. So how's your
check it out.
fattiness going, man?
I'm down from 240 to 229.
Holy shit, man! And
that's 2 weeks. That's 2 weeks.
Wow.
So, you know, now here's the thing. The first week, I was, like it was going quick. I was like, damn, I'm actually down to 235. Blah. Now it seems a little harder.
It's going to. Your body was like, whoa. Now it's going to even out, and it's going to keep getting slower. So just keep at it. The problem is the get rich quick scheme, man. It's not a get rich quick scheme. You got to lose that poundage slowly. You built it up over several years or decades.
Right.
So you got to. Right. That gut is going to take a while to go. But I bet you're feeling a little bit looser in your clothes.
Oh, fuck yeah. Clothes fit better. Because, dude, for a while, like, if we were walking, if I was somewhere, we had to, like, okay, remember the day we took the bus to your mom's?
Yeah.
And we had to walk a little bit? I was like, dude, I was sweating and kind of out of breath, and I was like, fuck, we almost there,
Yeah, and I was like, dude, I remember that. And I was like, dude, come on now.
Yeah, well, you never said anything, but I'm pretty sure in the back of your mind.
Yeah, I was like, damn, because you're like, are you almost there? Like, no. I could tell you were dragging. So that's probably part of it. You probably. Here's the big question for me: have you gotten used to the portion sizes, man?
You know what? I'm getting used to them because I figure, okay, I can have a snack later. Okay, this is kind of small, kind of a shitty portion, but I can still have a snack later, so I'll be okay. So you don't have this. That's all I get, kind of thing.
I mean, do you still like go every day, like once a day somewhere, and just scarf, or have you been doing that at all?
No scarfery at all, man. Matter of fact, I went with Kraken to Taco Bell last week, and I guess he's used to diets and shit. He's pretty up on that. So he looked at the menu and he was like, "Why don't you just get the 3 taco thing?" Which basically is a taco with meat and lettuce in it.
Yeah,
that's it. So I had that, dude. That's what I had, and that actually did me pretty good. So, and I didn't get soda. I drank one soda last night at this party I was at. I went with Mac Metro to him. Actually, that's probably the worst I've been so far, because fucking Mac Metro, dude, he got me 2 hot dogs. I'm like, thanks, man. And then, and of course it was some guy who was in his fraternity. I guess it was his daughter's birthday. She was turning 3. Mm-hmm. So, and there were a bunch of other people there. Some of them that I knew, actually, from, the UNLV days and shit. And so, yeah, they asked me at one point if I wanted birthday cake and ice cream. And at first, dude, I turned it down. I was like, no, I'm good. But then everybody else at the table was ordering it, and I was like, well, fuck, maybe I should. You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe it's disrespectful not to.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that was the reason. Disrespectful not to.
Well, no, dude, just because everybody was ordering the shit, and I'm like, well, fuck, if somebody else doesn't have it, I'll be cool. But, I was like, okay, fuck it, I'll do it.
Yeah, so, and it probably wasn't a huge piece anyways,
No, it was kind of a normal. And, but no, I have no scarfery at all, man. No, I haven't. No French fries, no fucking,
So you're starting to get used to the serving sizes. 11 pounds in 2 weeks is pretty fucking incredible, actually, dude.
Yeah, well, I'm kind of back and forth. Like, it seems like you put on weight as the day goes,
you do.
But then you lose,
because
next day.
Yeah, you do lose it, and then, of course, usually you get that morning shit when you just, like, fluke it out, or whatever. Mm-hmm. Or the evening shit, whatever. But the one thing that, just keep at it, and the one thing that you'll start getting used to more of the smaller portions as well.
Oh yeah.
And I assume that you're also still treadmilling, right?
Oh yeah. Uh-huh. Matter of fact, I was on today, and I did it. Yeah, the only days I missed on the treadmill were Wednesday and Thursday. That was it. Mm-hmm. So, and that's because, well, let's see, what did I do? Oh, Wednesday I did something with somebody, and then I came home, dude, and I was balls tired, man. I didn't sleep well the night before. So I went to bed kind of early. And then the next day I went out with somebody who was actually somebody who I've gotten to be friends with on Facebook. And I don't know if you saw the pictures where she tagged me in it, dude.
Oh, I think I've seen her, yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
Hey.
Oh, nothing, no dating. She lives in California.
What? You're not going to take that opportunity? No, sure.
Yeah, what's wrong with you, dude?
What's wrong with you?
Stop thinking with your dick, man.
I don't know where that came from. That's the exact opposite of what you're doing. You're like, no.
Oh, that's one more thing with Toastmasters here, real quick, dude. That's the other thing. This one guy who's in the Toastmasters, he's a black dude. So I guess he figures all these white corp fucks, it's like an intimidation factor. So if he keeps pushing the fact that he's from the hood and he was involved in gangs when he was younger, and I'm thinking, dude, this guy's a square bear, man. He doesn't, he's corp now. You know what I mean? I mean, yeah, it's possible.
He's one of those fuckers that reminds you that he's black every fucking moment he can.
Oh, whenever it's a black issue, he wants to argue it.
Or,
You know, he argued with somebody.
or someone says, "Oh man, I'll fade to black." Oh, you mentioned black, and it's like, "Oh fuck."
Yeah, you know I'm black, man. You know, he tries to be funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, he's kind of with him. It's thinking like a intimidation factor. Like, ooh, I'm gonna make all these white people scared of me. You know what I'm saying? So so yeah, he's. It's just interesting that he always tries to put, because that was his opening line to one of his speeches one time. You know, being that I had to grow up in the hood, you know, you got to be persuasive. You know what I'm saying? You know, and just it's like, oh God, you know,
because you're
really
special. You grew up in a place where millions of other people did, and all right.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Well, I think he's full of shit. You know, it's like because he was talking about he was involved with gangs. I wish I could have somebody check on him, dude, and see if that's real. You know what I mean? But just be interesting.
They're always involved with gangs, and he made well for himself and realized that it was the wrong step, the wrong way.
Yeah, exactly. He went to the military and pulled himself up by his
bootstraps and got through all the razzmatazz and nazzamism.
And he got above the struggles and tribulations of the hood.
Because you are a one-of-a-kind masterpiece.
Wow, you're an amazing black man.
A
you really
one-of-a-kind
are.
masterpiece. Jesus Christ.
Oh, my other blindo story that I had was, so I was on the bus on paratransit the other day, and this woman gets on, she's on the lift, dude. She gets on the lift. She's not in a wheelchair. She's like using a walker or something like that. And so she gets on the bus, and she sits down, and she looks over, and she goes, oh, it's the blind man. And I wanted to say, yeah, it's the fat bitch who had a stroke who can't get up the stairs, so she has to use the lift, you know. And I said something like, well, you know, I have a name. And she's like, oh, yeah, I'm sorry about that. You know, I had a brain fart. And apparently, dude, it's somebody who recognized me from one of these, I guess she's involved. She's like a volunteer. She's a stroke survivor is what it is, dude. She had a stroke, you know, because she's a fucking fat, gluttonous pig. And
That's why she had a stroke, of course.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And so then she says, you know, but she's done this before, dude. I remember now thinking back when Kraken and I did that event, I think like 2 years ago or something. She came up and she was like, "Oh, hi, blind man," or something like. Dude, she called me blind man then. So she did this shit again.
Why are you saying blind man? We can't
understand you. But so yeah, I had to check her for that. But I was like, you know, and even the driver after we dropped her off was kind of like, you know, she could have been a lot more tactful. You know, she could have said, "Oh, I can't remember your name." You know, but see, that just goes to show you, dude. It's more insulting to not remember someone's name now than it is to call them out their name. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's okay to say, "Oh, hi, blind man," but yet it's not okay to say, "I don't remember your name."
I do, and people get they do get mad about that. Like, you don't? Like, no, I don't. I'm awful with names and faces. I'm terrible with.
Well, that's it. I mean, sometimes you don't remember someone's name. You know, I'm sorry, I couldn't remember your name. That's all I say. But yeah, somebody once told me, they were like, you know, that's fucked up. You know, you told them you didn't remember their name? That's like an insult. And I'm thinking, well, okay, how about hi, blind man? Is that a fucking insult? You know?
No, because that is your name. She remembered you.
Yeah, she remembered who I was. But she should have, you know, she definitely should have been more tactful.
Oh,
you know,
of course,
just,
of course.
You know.
But it's just funny. Hey, blind man.
It's blind man. Like, bitch, that's not my name.
Well, she did have us. You know, she maybe has some brain tissue that's been fucking melted. You know,
some strokatory activity that occurred.
Yeah,
Some wonder how it was learning how to speak again.
Some stroke yolk. Some stroke yolk.
Oh!
Some stroke yolk.
Yeah.
Stroke yolk. Her brain
She
is
has
like
some stroke yolk.
Stroke yolk.
Oh, yeah, it's like an egg.
Yeah, it's like an egg that's been like scrambled in her own inside of it. You know.
Man. Oh, I came from what you were just saying earlier. You know how you were talking about Toastmasters?
Yeah. And
you said they're corp. So, dude, I think I got a new term, dude, for people that are in corp situations trying to be, you know, oh, you did a good job. Dude, that's a corporicado, dude.
A corporicado?
Yeah, dude. So, like, oh, that was good. You did a good evaluation. And really, it sucked fucking ball. Because, dude, so you got to eat dick sometimes, man. That's how it is. You know, I fucked up a few weeks ago, man. I was evaluating somebody, and I forgot the objectives. that they were supposed to follow.
Yeah.
And I totally froze up, man. I was like, I'm sorry, I don't remember the objectives.
You're like, the dumbass.
Yep. And that was my total, and I'm actually glad somebody didn't say, that was a good evaluation.
That was a good evaluation. You did a great job, man.
Well, actually, it's an introduction, because that's what it is. The evaluator has to introduce the speaker and give it's project number 7, vocal variety in this speech. It's, and then you give the objectives of the speech and all that other shit. But I totally fucking and I wasn't drinking, so there was no reason for it. I just had a fucking brain fart.
It happens to even you, Max. It even happens to you.
I know.
Speaking of, do we have any more brain farts to fart out at this time?
Anything else to fart out? Nah, man, not really. I guess I'm pretty good.
Yeah, I'm pretty farted out too, man. I just blasted my brain shit out here. So, because that's what we do, man. And we're back, and we came back.
Shit in your ears, man.
I'll enjoy my whole 8 more days off. Not to work until Tuesday. You might want to go to bed. You might want to go to get some sleep tonight, there, Max.
Yeah, I will.
I think you need to get, because you got to get up early to go to work.
Yeah, that's all right.
Anyway, it is the 30th of April, 2017. I am Cruise Control.
And I'm Maxwell Silverhammer. Even though you didn't say your name.
I did. I said I am Cruise Control. Maybe you couldn't hear me.
Out. Anyway, that's
the story there, bitches! You fucking lame-ass, sorry son of a bitch. You fucking suck.
Fuck pizza.
Fuck motherfucking Hail Hitler. Yeah. Hail the motherfucking Hitler.
Hail fucking Hitler?
Yep, Hail Hitler.